Hi, welcome back to Comic Book Gallery. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? So this is part four of helping new collectors get back into collecting, or to learn a few tips for new collectors, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is part four. So every week I gave myself a budget of $25, and I would try to buy a book that's between 10 and 15 plus new books for the week. I think new collectors or people getting back should do this because all these issues that I'm going to show you right now, they're not going nowhere. Okay? So let's just say right now, because I'm reading, this is what I'm into really reading right now, The War of the Bounty Hunters. So it takes place in like all the Star Wars stories, except for like the High Republic. And this is Star Wars number 15. So let me take the glare off this book a little bit. I like the cover. It's a nice collage style, kind of foreshadowing what's going to happen and what's going on. Good book. The next one I picked up is War of the Bounty Hunters, The Scoundrels Ball. Now, this one I really did enjoy. So, these stories have been taking place right after Empire Strikes Back. So, we're into like going into the third month of this. So, you could easily go back and collect all these. I want to say it ends in October, but I don't know yet, give or take. But if you're a Star Wars fan, you really should be collecting these. I mean, I don't know how you would pass this up. Maybe just didn't hear about it, but now you have. So in this issue right here, um, Boba Fett has lost Han Solo. So he's trying to track it down. Other bounty hunters are looking for Han Solo because they can sell it to Jabba the Hutt. Other Hutts are looking for it because they want to deprive Jabba the Hutt of it. And Crimson Dawn got a hold of Han's body, and they're auctioning off. And that's what this episode is. Actually, really good. I mean, I gotta recommend this. Star Wars one was okay. It kind of gives you a little bit of a background of what was going on with Luke and how they're searching for Han and following trails. But here's a series that I have not collected like the first, because I didn't get into Darth Vader until the War of the Bounty Hunters. So I think I started around 11 or 12, somewhere around there. But this is a good issue of Darth Vader. And it's continuation of the story of him looking for Luke Skywalker. The Emperor's been testing him, and this person right here has been trying to kill Darth Vader. So there's a lot of like mini subplots within the subplot going on, and the artwork's good. All these series so far, I can't complain about the artwork. And even though I don't generally read like Star Wars related books, I'm really into these stories right here. And with that, leading up to the Book of Boba Fett, who knows if this is going to tie into the series. Now, I'm not saying to go out and buy this for, like spec, like, oh, these books are going to go up. No, I don't think that's going to be the case. And even if a couple of them did pop up because something popped up in the show, it's going to be like a roller coaster. We'll take a big climb up and then drop back down again. So, War of the Bounty Hunter is a good story to collect. Great read so far. So here is the book that I picked up for $10. So this is The Amazing Spider-Man Part 5, called Thunder. And this is The Hunt for Kraven. and I want to say there's, yeah, there is. I was going to say, I want to say there's 6, but up on the top it says 6. This issue, this whole series really started to get me into Kraven, and I had a lot more respect for this villain. And I'm hoping that when they do his movie, that they give us an interesting take on him because he's a really cool villain. He has superhuman strength, speed, endurance, but he has to take like certain potions to give him these abilities. So let me show you the inside cover. And so I'm going to upgrade this book. It's a little, it's beat up. So I am going to get a better copy of this. But since I found it for $10, you know. So right here, and I feel I can do spoilers because this book is so old. Kraven has kidnapped Spider-Man for like 2 weeks. And he beat up this guy named Vermin, who Spider-Man had a hard time beating. So the first issue starts off with Kraven shooting him and capturing him and then shooting him. And then he takes over his identity. So I'm going to show you those panels. Because when I read this, I was like, damn. You know, and up on the top here, he's like, you've gone too far this time, Kraven. You robbed me of 2 weeks of my life, you animal. 2 weeks. And so, like, he's beating him. And then you see right here, look at that. Kraven just takes the hit and then just smiles. And he smiles. And he's going to explain this right here. He's like, so Spider-Man's like, I'm going to make you hurt. I'm going to make you suffer. I'm going to, and then Kraven still got his hand up. He don't care. He's like, hit me again if you like, Spider-Man. Hit me 100 times. I won't resist. I won't fight. There's no reason to it. And then he's like, don't you see? I finally won. So all these years, Kraven has been trying to beat Spider-Man because Spider-Man always humiliates him. And Kraven usually tries to beat him in hand-to-hand combat. I mean, he could try to sniper him, but it's spider sense. And so here Kraven starts explaining. He's like, I killed you, Spider-Man. Buried you. And after I killed you, I took your place. And then, you know, they show the Vermin getting shocked. He's like, you drugged me, Kraven. Drew me into a state of simulating death. He's like, you could have just well have been dead had I wished it. I only allowed you to live. And so now he's taking off the costume. He's like, so that you know, so that you could know that I killed you. That in donning your costume and replacing you, I've proven myself in all ways. And back to the little Vermin getting shocked. You're superior. And so now he's getting into his gear and he's telling him, like, follow me. And I'm going to leave it right there because I'm not going to go into the ending because I think the ending is really good on this book. So I've given you enough to at least pique your interest. Hopefully you will go and collect this series. This series is not really out of hand. Maybe you can get the whole thing for like in like fine condition from anywhere between 40 and $60. Whether you want to go beyond that, that's up to you. I'm going to look for something that's like the very fine in that near mint, kind of like a 8 to maybe a 9.0 if I'm lucky. If I can get the collection like that, that's what I'm going to be shooting for. But I thought this was a good book. If you're a Spider-Man fan, this is like a must-have. And it's a cheap collection to get. So that'll do it, people. This is part 4. Next month, I will be showing you a book that it's anywhere between $40 and $50 I'm going to pick up. So the $25 a week, I'll probably still go and maintain and pick up like, you know, a $10 book. And these new comics as they come out. But there are several other titles I want to read, and I'm behind, but they're not going nowhere. The only thing that would make me jump is a first appearance that I think that might be relevant down the road. So that's it, people. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and leave a comment below, and ask me any questions. If you're new to collecting, you're getting back in, because if you're getting back in, so depending on when you start collecting, so much has changed. So with that, people, I'll catch you next video. Later.